joining us here on ET Now. A total of 125 basis points rate cut this year so far. What do you make of this, and how big of a positive is this for the entire real estate sector?
Uh, Thank you very much. Happy to be joining with you. I think it's good news. Good news for the real estate sector. Good news for the people who are taking home loans. Good news for the affordable housing sector. Last year, we had a growth of 10% of total amount of housing sales. The loans given to for housing finance for people to buy was increased by nearly 12 to 14%. This year, the total amount lent for home loans has increased by a further of 15% of the total volume of loans that have been done by banks, financial institutions, and NBFCs. So that's a big number which has taken place. That means more people are taking loans for the purposes of buying homes, etc., as the interest rates are falling. This 25 basis point further fall is going to accelerate that move. So more people will be able to take loans or be able to pay lower EMIs, even on old loans. Because as per RBI guidelines, all the home loans which have been given by banks and financial institutions have to be linked with an external factor. So as RBI reduces the repo rate, automatically the banks and financial institutions and housing finance companies have to also reduce their rates. So that's a positive side. There's one hiccup that I must point out. In the last 2 years, 1.5 years to 2 years, affordable housing sales have fallen by almost 15 to 20% across the country. And that's a matter of great concern. This was also because of the higher rates of interest, as well as the fact that the PMAY scheme was not operational. Now, both the things have happened positively, which is that there has been an further interest rate cut this year, as well as the PMAY scheme of interest subsidy has already been brought into operational. So I'm just hoping that not only that housing sales will increase, which it will, but also the affordable housing segment, which was actually languishing, will also get a little boost on that side. So there's a double benefit. One, generally for the housing sales increase, as well as for the affordable housing, which had actually had a setback in the last 2 years.
Okay, Mr. Hiranandani, that was exactly my next question with respect to affordable housing. Now that you're saying that that is likely to become more affordable, what does it mean for the premium and luxury market then? Will that benefit as a result of this cut, or you're not expecting any major change when it comes to the higher end category?
I think the economy is going to benefit overall. Because of the rate cut, you are going to see an overall. So those who have taken automobiles, they will also have a benefit. Those who have so there will be a larger surplus available with the common man who is otherwise requiring to pay higher EMIs, whether it is for student loans, whether it is for car loans, whether it's for home loans and other things. So there will be a surplus available. So with the boost which has taken place, and remember one thing, it's an unbelievable figure. 8% GDP growth in the last 6 months. That's fantastic figure which we have seen, because the next highest number worldwide is less than 6.2%. So we are the fastest growing nation in the entire world. And another benefit which we have is the lower inflation rate. So people are able to get food and other items at a lower rate than they used to get earlier. So I think that's a benefit. So we are going to see a growth in the country in a double way: lower inflation, higher incomes, higher GDP and other things. The only other thing which is languishing is the deficiency of skills. We are not getting enough skilled workers in the economy. And I think that's another issue that we need to address. But otherwise, it looks like a fantastic looking forward in the next 6 months with the rate cut. more people buying cars, houses, and other things there, and larger amount of money, and having to pay less for your food and other things because inflation is down.
Understood. It clearly will benefit the entire economy and the real estate sector on account of that, because people will have more money in their hands to spend. But Mr. Hiranandani, do you see a risk of over leveraging in the economy because of cheaper money being available in the market? Do you see that as a risk which will perhaps lead to higher NPAs then?
No, I don't think so. In fact, finance minister has been repeatedly asking entrepreneurs and people to invest more into the marketplace and to take bigger risks and actually borrow more monies and do it. And they've also been telling banks and financial institutions to actually lend more for the purposes of investment drive that is taking place. So hopefully with the rate cut, this barrier will be broken. And what is desired by the finance minister in getting entrepreneurs and businessmen and corporate entities to actually invest more further into the economy may happen by virtue of the fact that the interest rate cut is taking place. So it's the other way around. We want more investment to take place. We want people to spend more. We want the economy to grow as far as that is concerned. I think it's the reverse. So of course, there is some risk which will be there. NBFCs have been facing some sort of risk profile, and that has been flagged off by the Reserve Bank of India to them. And I think they have to be a little more cautious and careful and be able to assess the people who are borrowing a little more carefully. But having said that risk, the economy is too good to be true.
All right. Economy is too good to be true. That's the word coming in. Mr. Hiranandani, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and helping us understand how the 25 basis point rate cut will not only help the real estate sector but the entire economy at large. Thanks so much for joining us today. But
Thank you.
shifting focus to